protection here to stay. On your path the truth unfolds, guides will whisper, stories told. Let your journey now begin. In the magic, let's dive in. So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the Terran's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Lunar affinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Shavana, thank you. It's not that I don't celebrate Easter. I partake. That's what I'll say. I partake in Easter. It's not something I do or don't celebrate. But thank you. I appreciate it. Happy holidays. Want to let you guys know that we have an angel donation tonight. This was IJ Eves. He sent a angel donation giveaway, which means that one lucky winner tonight will get a free mini reading with me. Thank you, IJ, for that. All right, I'm just collecting all the yes/no questions. Make sure that if you guys dropped a yes/no question, you do like the live stream. That's basically your payment to me for a free reading. So make sure that you guys are liking. Once the likes hit the same number as the questions I have listed, I'll go ahead and get started. Thank you. Hello. All right, guys. So first question is for a DT. A DT, no. 10 of Wands. AM, yes. Queen of Swords. Yes. Page of Cups for Amy. Pretty Girl, yes. 10 of Cups. Fabi. Yes. Queen of Cups. Margaret. Margaret, yes. 9 of Pentacles. Meredith, yes. 3 of Cups. If you all are dropping a yes, no question in the chat, please make sure you're liking the live stream. You're welcome, AM. You're welcome, Amy and Margaret. Thank you, guys. Okay, so Ray. I'm getting a no for Ray, the 4 of Pentacles. Sienna. Sienna, I'm getting a no, 4 of Cups. Shavana. Shavana, I'm going to ask your first question. If you want to donate for the second part of your question, you can. Shavana, I'm getting a maybe, 7 of Cups. Let's let's see. I don't feel too confident telling you 100% positive. Seven of Cups talks about like needing to see more, get more to the story, learn more about this person, talk more, figure out their intentions. Like, I think you need more information here. Hello. Hello, I'm getting a yes. 8 of Wands. Please make sure you're liking the live stream if you're dropping questions in the chat. Boss lady. Boss lady, I have a no. The 10 of Swords and the Hermit came out. You're welcome, Sienna. All right, this is for Luna. I'm getting a no, Luna. I don't think this person has decided to wish you a happy birthday. I have a no, Ari. 8 of Swords. Hood Mystic. Sorry, Luna. It was the 7 of Swords. Hood Mystic. You're welcome, Luna. Hood Mystic. I am getting a yes. It's the World, though. So this indicates that something is going to or has recently come to an end. So there may be residual energy from someone in his life, but it's coming or came to an end. You're welcome, everyone. All right, that is it for the free list. It's now 11, but because we had a donation, angel donation, we are going to do a giveaway right now. Oh, so he just broke up with someone. Okay, then that would make sense. Mhm. Ari, you can interpret that reading however you want. I do know that things can change as energies shift, so it doesn't mean you shouldn't give him a chance. I think you should just get to know him more and figure out what his intentions are from him, you know? All right, guys, so this is the angel giveaway. I want you to drop a rose in the chat if you want to enter to possibly win. Yeah. This is for a free mini reading tonight. Also want to let you know that donations are open. I got Ari, Ray, and Amy. If you want to partake and possibly win a free mini reading right now, drop a rose in the chat for me, please. We'll keep this open for a few more minutes. Ari, that's definitely a good observation. Mm-hmm. Looks like one of you guys in here are going to have a pretty high chance of winning, because we don't have many people in here right now. All right. I'm going to give it one more minute. And after, it's 11:07 where I'm at. So after 11:08, we'll go ahead and select a winner. All right, guys, we're locked in. You guys have 33% chance of winning. All right, good luck, everyone. Amy, congratulations. Amy is our winner. Thank you all. And thank you, IJ, for your donation. I know, Ari. All right. Amy, do you have your question ready or do you need a minute? My birthday is June 1st. Yeah, Gemini. It's funny you say that because it's 11:11 now. Very twin. I love my birthday. I resonate with my birthday like a lot. I resonate with my birthday more than my name, to be honest. Like my birth name. Oh, Ari, did you say it was your birthday today? Happy birthday. Aw. Thank you for saying that. Why do you feel that way? I love June. I agree. Thank you, Ray. Amy, do you want me to let Ray go first? She just donated. Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. So Ray, Amy said to skip her for now. She needs a minute to think of on her question. But I can go ahead and do your reading if you're ready to go. Yeah, June is a great time of year. It's not too hot yet. Like it's has hot days, but it's not too hot yet. At least where I'm at. And it's just like usually always really nice weather because all of the rain from like April and May has gone away and it's really pretty outside. I really resonate with my June birthday a lot. You want to see who misses you? All right. All right, who misses Ray? Ray, I'm picking up on a lot of feminine energy right now. Was this supposed to be like a love interest or like an ex partner or something? Or is this just anybody? Did you get a reading? I'm getting a lot of feminine energy, almost like an old friend. Okay. So I have the 10 of Swords. This is the energy of someone who may have betrayed you or lost your trust. 10 of Swords, or maybe they felt you did this to them. 10 of Swords is the feeling where you give up, you feel defeated, you feel like nothing can come of this, you feel hurt maybe or betrayed, almost like someone did you wrong, because the 10 of Swords shows someone laying on the floor with like a bunch of knives in their back, like they were stabbed in the back or something. This is someone who maybe should have protected you, been looking out for you, been careful with you in your heart, and just did not come through for you. This is someone who might have been looking out for their own best interests. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So this talks about someone who had their own best interest at heart. They were more self-focused. I'm not going to say self-centered, but if that resonates, take it. But the 9 of Pentacles is typically someone who wants to do everything they can to reach their goal. And they may not have allowed other distractions to come in, such as you or something else, because they were too focused on what they wanted. The 9 of Pentacles also speaks to a very independent energy, meaning that this person might not have wanted to be in a relationship, more so wanting to stay single or have it's complicated relationship. 2 of Pentacles is very in and out energy. 2 of Pentacles talks about juggling Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out. Not really feeling like the connection was balanced. And one person may have been putting in more effort than the other person. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which speaks to friendship, collaboration, could also be third party. And then we have the Lovers. So, Ray, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of going off of your energy to read this very vaguely and very straightforward. I was sensing feminine energy, but because you said male, I just decided to read the cards very straightforward. I'm not assigning gender is what I'm saying. So this would be either a woman who may have hurt you, may not have appreciated you, may have not protected the connection or your feelings the way that they should have. Someone who you felt you should be able to count on, but maybe you felt like you were constantly showing up for them and you weren't getting that same treatment in return. This could also be a male who was doing the same thing. But to me, it feels like whether it was male or female, it was more like a friendship. More so something that never really got the chance to reach its full potential. And one person felt like they were putting more into the connection than they were getting back from the other person. This might be multiple people, especially because of the Three of Pentacles. We might be talking about more than one person. Three of Pentacles talks about third-party energy. So maybe why it's a little unclear is just because we are talking about more than one person here. More than one person could be missing you. Amy says, I have a question idea, but I wanted to see if you were okay with it. Just regarding Elijah when he was Earthside. What's your question, Amy? Okay, let me see. He liked when you wore things that showed off your legs. So like dresses or skirts. If you like layered something up, like with jewelry, accessories, like a shawl, a purse, whatever, he thought you looked really like put together. But I'm definitely getting that he either liked dresses on you or wish he could see more dresses on you. shorts, things like that. But I feel like because of the time of year, you weren't really in that kind of attire. So maybe it was like something he was looking forward to, or when he was Earthside, seeing you in more like sundresses and things like that. I think that he would say he preferred you in nothing if he had his choice. I definitely think Elijah was very much into you physically, Amy. But he definitely was like a dresses and skirts and shorts kind of guy. And maybe he was looking forward to seeing more of that later on. There's also something being brought to the uniqueness and how you dressed, like certain garments, blouses, or whatever you'd wear wasn't really cookie cutter. It wasn't really something that you saw typically while you're out. So you maybe had some brands that were well known, but the way in which you put things together wasn't really typical of what you would see on just a basic person. You don't really, you kind of like art making something your own. Even if you're following the trends, you still find a way to put like your own twist on things, if that makes sense. Yeah. Well, in all of these pictures, the hair is pulled back away from the face. So I think that he did like when your hair was styled a certain way where you could still see your face. Even if like pieces of hair were falling down in front of your face, like little tendrils or whatever they're called, I think that he still liked the aspect of being able to see your face when you would style your hair. When last year, did you have any kind of face framing layers? Bangs or face framing layers? Because there was something about the way your hair fell around your face he also really liked. Little like wispy pieces. I know this is not what you're asking, but it's coming through, so I'm just going to tell you. He wishes that he could have taken you out on his bike, is what I'm hearing. I don't think you ever got on his bike, did you? Curtain bangs? Okay, maybe that's what the reference is. Something the way that like it framed your face or something. Yeah. So his favorites like your hair kind of like pulled back, or if you had the face framing, um it was like you could still see your full face, if that makes sense. He liked when your hair complemented your face but didn't hide it. That's like the main thing that I'm getting. But I'm also, for whatever reason, getting like wind in your hair. So maybe if like you were driving and the window was rolled down, or if it was really windy or something, that visual of like your hair blowing all around is kind of coming to me almost like if that's what it would look like if you were on his bike with him or something. So I think that there's that connection. He's wishing that he could have taken you out on his bike. Yeah. I think he just was really into you, Amy. I mean, he's a guy of few words. Yeah, I noticed. That's why I said shawl earlier, because I was like, I'm seeing kind of a shawl or a scarf or something. So maybe he's referencing the zoo day then. That's funny. That is hilarious. There's a lot of images here of you being barefoot. And there's something about being barefoot that brings to mind like either he liked your feet or you felt very comfortable around him to like go without shoes or something. This could be literal or this could be symbolic. Walking around without shoes on, you typically don't do that in places. He might be a feet person that you're unfamiliar with. So for example, you might walk barefoot around your house or outside around your house or at the beach or something, but if you're in like someone's home at a house party, you're probably not going to go barefoot. So it's like a level of comfort that you can feel or that you can experience when you're in a place that you feel safe and comfortable in. And so it's almost like take your shoes off, stay a while. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting this message from him of like either you walking barefoot around his home or maybe him just saying like he really liked your feet or he liked that you felt very comfortable around him. There's some kind of link here with the barefoot feeling. Yeah, so that's another thing that's being mentioned. I don't know if he had like a foot kink or anything like that, but maybe I don't know. There's just something about being barefoot that like you feel comfortable. Like if you're walking around barefoot, it's like in a place where you know you're safe and that you can and that you're comfortable to do that. So that's the message, girl. Ah, oh my God. Are you serious? That's hilarious. So maybe he's coming through with these like memories then tonight. My sister can do that. I can too. I just typically don't. But my sister uses her feet a lot to do things like that. Hey, lovely. How are you? Welcome in. Okay. Oh, well, I'm glad. That's hilarious. My nephew is the same way. So is my brother. It freaks my brother-in-law out. My sister's husband, he's like, "Ugh, stop doing that." But she'll never give it up. I'm sure now that she's pregnant, that's kind of coming in handy for her as well. So she doesn't have to reach down and grab something. She just uses her feet. Oh my gosh. It might be genetic. I think also too, it's just like witnessing your parents doing something and then you kind of picking up the habit as well. Thank you, lovely. You're actually next. I just finished up with Amy's reading. So whenever you're ready. I'm glad you thought it was sweet, Amy. I'm happy that you asked the question. Sounds good. I just ate not too long ago. I got Chinese food today. It had just been sounding good. That and sushi had been sounding good, and I was like, I'm gonna get some Chinese food. I got a small lo mein, but I wish I got a bigger one because I haven't been eating gluten that much, but I've started doing that a little more recently. And there's just something about lo mein that's just so good to me. I love it. Yeah, it was really good. And then I got a small chicken with broccoli, and I got a beef with broccoli for Brennan. But I'm kind of wishing that I got larges that I had leftovers to eat on, you know. You've been craving lo mein? Oh my god. So freaking good. Something, I don't know what it is, but in North Carolina, they've got the best lo mein. It's like if I go and get Chinese food while I'm at the beach, it's like tastes so freaking good. Which is weird. I mean, I don't know why specifically North Carolina, but anytime I've gone to the beach and I've gotten Chinese food, it's like the best Chinese food of my life. And I think it's because I know too that I'm not going to have access to it because I'm there on vacation. So of course it has to be like the best Chinese food ever, right? Shrimp fried rice now. Yeah, definitely get into that. Yeah, I just am like, I'm just like craving Chinese food. I'm craving Japanese food. I'm just like, want it all. Ooh, bourbon chicken. Teriyaki chicken's one of my faves as well. Food. All right, in depth on how Mike is currently feeling. Have a good night, Amy. See you later. I got knocked out for a second. All right, so I have the Five of Pentacles and the Magician here, and what it looks like to me is that he's feeling very down about being on the outside of your life. His perception is that your life is getting so much better without him. That's his perception. He feels like you're moving on, having a great time, enjoying your life, which I'm sure you are. And he's sitting here thinking, she's just like living her best life, and I'm here on the outside. I'm getting crumbs, barely that at all. I'm not really getting to be a part of these things and share in these experiences with her. And the Magician here indicates to me the desire to actually do something about it. I just saw that you said that you just left a comedy show. Who was it? Was it anyone that we would know? That sounds fun. You get Chinese food from down the way unless you want sushi. So crazy. You started posting more. You stopped posting for a while. Now that you feel better, you're posting more. So do you find that he's watching your stuff, or do you not know? There's definitely strategy going on here with the Seven of Cups. So I think it's possible, Lovely, that when it comes to him, he's like in the brainstorming phase of wanting to reach out to you. So like trying to figure out how to kind of approach you, basically. So what this is telling me is I think he's going to communicate in the near future. I have the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups, which shows his disappointment and his boredom for the way things currently are right now for your connection. So he's saying like, I'm not inspired. I don't feel like this is how I want things to be between us. And I think honestly, he's probably just trying to figure out how to open the dialogue back up between the two of you. A girl that's local in Philly, but they had several performers. Cool. I'm not sure if he's watching. He hasn't been in the views. I also know that I can see stories without me showing in the view. Wait. You also know that you can see stories without you showing in the views. Oh, really? I didn't even know that was possible. That makes a lot of sense. So let's see what else is going on. I definitely see him in more of like an observation stage in terms of watching you. So like, you know, whether you know it or not, I think he is paying attention to you. Did you post a lot tonight as well with going out, or do you plan to? Because I see you here with the Hierophant. I see you like laughing and cracking up. You went out with friends? Did you tell me if you went out with friends? Because I have the Three of Cups. Oh, no, you didn't say. Did you go out with friends? Hopefully you got some pictures with them. I definitely think you should be posting. One of your besties, okay, because I definitely am getting like lots of laughs, funny like video picture, things like that. Content that you can be posting on social media with your friends. So he'll be noticing this. How's he feeling about her? We have the Devil. So this indicates to me that he's still attached to you. Still tempted by you, still attracted to you. And then we also have Ace of Cups and Five of Wands. So he feels conflicted with his feelings for you. I think that there's a big part of him that wishes that he could just kind of move on. But with the Devil here, it indicates that no matter what he does, he just feels like, shit, did I just let something go that's like really good for me? And I think that he keeps ruminating on that a bit, dwelling on that some. And I think that what has been stopping him from reaching out, if I can be honest with you, is that he worries that he's going, not that he's going to make the same mistake, okay? But he worries that things will just end up the way they did before. I think that if there could be a guarantee for him that you guys would be able to rewrite the end of this story and things would go really well, but I think he doesn't trust himself to not screw this up. And I think that he realizes still too that he still has a lot to work through. And I think that that might be what kind of has held him back this whole time from coming forward. But the thing that I think he's realizing is that he can't really shake you. Like, he can't get you out of his head. He can't really like walk away. So I think that that's where some of the courage is starting to come forward for him, where I said I think you might be hearing from him, because I think he's trying to open the dialogue back up and see where your head is at. You told your friend about the corn. That's hilarious. That's why I haven't felt so much of pressure, because I prefer for him to come open and not closed off. Yeah, and like that's the thing that I'm getting from him, is that he's like, why would I come forward if I'm probably just going to screw this up again? I don't think that he trusts himself very much. Because here's the thing, when you guys were going out earlier, like you guys went on your date, you guys were talking and going back and forth. He never in his mind during that time had any intention or thought that he was going to ruin this, that he was going to sabotage this. He got in his head. He realized he was getting swept up, and he got in his head, and he ruined it. And that overthinking is what he worries about, because he's thinking, well, the first time around, I didn't have any intentions on sabotaging this, but it happened, and how can I trust that I'm not going to do it again? So I think that might be what holds him back sometimes. Yeah. Also, Lovely, I really liked your post that you put on your other page, your tarot page. I liked it tonight. I think it's important that people hear about this and like understand that a lot of the circumstances that people find and the reality that they face is because of their own making. Yay, I feel like people don't want the truth, but even when I look back at my life, a lot of circumstances came from my shitty thinking. I definitely agree. And I think that one of the main things is also remaining grateful. Remaining grateful and not forgetting to say thank you to the powers that be. Thank you to my spirit guides. Being appreciative to the people in my life. Being grateful for where I am and how far I've come. And making it a habit every single day to say thank you and just feel that gratefulness. That is like a huge shift. Because when people think that they're entitled to something, then they end up not getting it. Then that's where that negative thought process will be. But if you say, I'm grateful for whatever I get, God, that's a completely, things will really start opening up for you. It's crazy. And now I'm like, F this, I can be a millionaire if I want. Yes, exactly. Oh my God, yes, I forgot to add that. Everyone focuses on what's not happening instead of focusing on the wins, even if they're small. 1000%. Yeah, like they have to be grateful every single day. For just like literally anything. Cause it's like, what is that expression? I think that they said if you're standing in a room full of people and everyone throws their problems in a pile, you would reach for your problem back, because chances are someone else's problem is worse than yours. And that puts things into perspective, is just like, you could have it worse it could be worse. It could always be worse. And the thought process is to just be grateful for what it is that you have. Yeah, you may have a problem, but someone else's problem is probably worse or harder to deal with. So it's like just having that perspective that the problem that you have is probably the problem that you would want, as opposed to what other people are dealing with. Whoa, mind shift. So the channeled message is from Mike, right? I remember something I did on my own was when I was getting over the guy before Jay, I would journal but pick at least one good thing that happened that day. It was as small as ate dinner with my nephew or dad. And that's the thing. That's where the neural pathways start to get rewired. You know what I mean? Through that consistent daily practice of gratitude is that you really start to literally change the brain chemistry. You start to change the neural pathways, the ones before that would go straight to a complaint. And I'm thinking to myself, I can honestly say for the last 3 years probably, maybe I should say two and a half. I do not complain. I do not complain. And if I do say something that's not actually going well for me, like, oh, I'm not, my allergies are really acting up today and I'm just feeling really tired, but it's all good. It's going to be fine. Like, I just got to let it work through my system. Just trying to remind myself that it could be worse and it's not, and I need to be grateful for that. Okay, let me get started on your channel message. But I just wanted to throw out there that I really liked your message today. It's a good reminder. You said that's the thing. Repetition opens a new neural pathway. So good or bad, it will manifest. Exactly. Girl, we're on the same page. So I literally told myself this year I wanted to go to comedy shows. Out of nowhere, I run into this girl from Philly, and a few weeks later, she says she has a show. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I love that for you, though. I love you on this journey. This is incredible. You're like, wait, it's happening. It's actually working. And then, like, the more belief that you have, like, the more it's proven to you, the like stronger and stronger your manifestations are going to get, because it's like, then your experience becomes, if I want it, it'll happen. And then you're unstoppable at that point. He said learned about the law of assumption 3 years ago, but in the past 2 years, things really took off for me. I love that. I really do. I feel like we're on a similar journey. I feel like a lot of things that I wanted have happened for me too since I've moved into this house. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like, we were in the apartment, we put in an offer on the house, we got the house, we got engaged, We got married. And the house that I wanted, I wouldn't settle. I said I wanted to be close to my sister. And the house I ended up getting is like a minute down the road from her. I can walk to her house if I needed to. And it's just like everything that and it's still happening for me. Like, I know there are things that are still happening right now for me. Oh, and then I quit my job and I have my own business, and like the life-changing things that have happened in the last 3 years are crazy, and they just keep happening in such a positive, such a good way. I used to do law of attraction, but I would get anxiety because they tell you to be high vibes to manifest, where law of assumption is more about repetition no matter how you feel. I like that better. I agree. Because the thing about law of attraction is it's like what you think about, you bring about. And that's kind of hard because we as human beings are always looking at ways to protect ourselves and preserve ourselves, and it's not always going to be like super positive, but the law of assumption feels not so situational. It doesn't feel like it's based off of moment to moment. It's almost like this like lifestyle with the law of assumption, you know? It's just like living like it's already there or something. And I feel a lot that if I just believe in something, it happens really easily for me. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like anything I've ever wanted, I just get it. Like literally just get it. It's crazy. So I've learned that a lot about myself too. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that is. But I live like it already exists. And then it happens. Like I speak it out loud. Like before Brennan was my husband, I would refer to him as my husband, you know? I basically just talked as if it already was happening. I was planning my wedding before he ever proposed. You know what I mean? Like there's like so many examples that I can't think of them all right now, but basically like I was trying on rings before he even proposed. It's like I'm just gonna, if I want that life, I'm just gonna act like it already is here, because then that's gonna get to me a lot quicker. Yeah, exactly. And it works, man. It freaking works. All right, I got your message. So you were already doing before you even knew. Exactly. And maybe I did kind of know already. Maybe I kind of did. Just because I've been in this spiritual side of life, you know, for a very long time, and I'm sure there's certain things that I've picked up, like listening to Abram Hicks, and then like just listening to other people refer to like other people they've taken inspiration from, TikTok, my own personal opinions, like just I think it kind of just like morphs into something. So without actually digging deep into the law of assumption, you know, it's like something that I think was already there for me. Okay, so your message is, I've been juggling a lot, trying to balance the old version of me with the man I want to become, the one who can actually show up fully. You deserve that kind of man. Slowly, I can feel myself growing into that. I'm finding my fire and courage. And I realize how much I wanted to share that part of me with you, not just the version that doubted everything. You've always been so beautiful, intuitive, and grounded to me. This soft strength that made me feel safe in your presence. You didn't just capture my attention. You rooted yourself somewhere deep within me. He does feel that way. That was a really sweet message. I really liked the ending as well. You didn't just capture my attention, you rooted yourself somewhere deep within me. I think that's kind of what I was picking up too in the in-depth reading. You're welcome. Was where he said that like he's like become attached to you, you know? Well, Eliana, you just keep doing you, girl. I think that magic is gonna keep happening for you. You're too good of a person for that not to happen. You're very supportive. You're a girl's girl. You have such a beautiful perspective on life. You're welcome, lovely. Have a great night. You too. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good weekend. I am going to be back live this weekend too myself, but if I don't see you, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and we'll see you soon. All right, so it looks like I got another donation from Culture for a yes/no question. Culture, if you're in here, please check in with me. Hey there. Let's take a look. All right, this is for Culture. Will I find a partner in the next 5 years? I am getting a yes for you, Culture. Knight of Cups, romance, King of Swords. King of Swords energy. You're welcome, culture. Have a wonderful rest of your night.